Hey guys, just an update on the giveaways. The two, um, the one at 50. I mean, we're almost at 50 subs, so I'm hoping to give that away as soon as possible. Um, and the other one, obviously, at 100 subs. That is still the plan. Want to thank you guys for your continued support. Just hang with me, and it's been fun trying to grow this channel. It's been fun playing different games, recording it, for putting myself out there, I guess, in public, for people to consume. I didn't think I'd have this much fun. I mean, I've had my channel for like 3 years, and I've really done nothing on it. It's only been recently that I thought about maybe I should try it. I should try growing and see what happens. I have plans for the channel if it can grow. I mean, that's the dream. The dream is that it grows. And certainly if it grows, you guys are gonna benefit from it. But it's been a blast so far. I mean, I plan on doing, more giveaways and things like that. Just making the channel better. Bringing more gameplay. I've played Castle Clash for so long that I've hardly ever played any other tap games. I tried Clash of Clans. That was a long time ago. In fact, that's sort of how I found Castle Clash, because of COC, and I like this game immediately more than Clash of Clans. I'm not saying that Clash isn't is a bad game. It's just wasn't for me. Yeah, it just wasn't for me. I'm sure other people plenty of people get enjoyment out of it. Just not my cup of tea. So yeah, I've enjoyed playing games like what the hell? What's going on? I've enjoyed playing games like Cell 13. Cell 13's been a lot of fun. It's like they list it as a puzzle game, and they're not wrong. It's just from my vantage point, it plays more like a strategy game. Plays more like a strategy game than a puzzle game. So it's been really fun. I think Castle Clash, it sort of lacks a lot of the strategy. I mean, they list this game is a strategy-based game, and yeah, definitely there are aspects of strategy. It's just not predominantly strategy-driven. And what this game also does, there's a game called Hearthstone, and what that game has done, they've realized basically that there's going to come a point where they're going to be alienating a lot of the newer players. It's going to be like the game itself. It's not difficult for them to draw in new players. What they saw was that it's going to be difficult to retain new players. When new players come in, if they know that they have to buy like X amount of card packs or X amount of different expansions and different adventure wings to get all these different cards to play. It's tough to do that. It's tough to ask your incoming audience that they immediately have to invest X amount of dollars just to, I don't want to say competitive, but just to at least be on the same starting line as everyone else. And I think that's the problem that Castle Clash has. It's difficult for new players to come in and really experience and have a positive experience with the game. New players that come in now, if you think about it, look at all these heroes that they're already behind. When I started this game, Spirit Mage was the big deal. Shard, that's $300. There weren't many heroes, and then by October, we had Pumpkin Duke. That became the big deal. It was like that, and then Spirit Mage, right? So not a lot of legendary heroes to worry about. But then, even when they released like Reaper or Atlanticor, even Immortep, it still wasn't bad. But they released heroes like Snowzilla. And even when Snowzilla was released, it was like, meh. It was. He's kind of that. Look, he was always really good at DPS, but it was like, thanks, but no thanks. And then Cupid came out, and that was a game changer for Pumpkin Duke. But look, you have Mino. Look how many more heroes have come out. Ares, Molt, Vlad, Death Knight, Orcsbane. Think of all these heroes. And look, you don't need all of them. But what IGG hasn't done is remove the older ones, from being able to be rolled. Back then we had to sift through 7, 8 legendary heroes to try to get Pumpkin Duke. But now it's like 30, 20, 30, right? So yeah, so I guess this is where Hearthstone does a really good job. What they've done recently, and because they recognize the new player problem, they made two different game modes, right? They made one a standard, and then they made one wild. The standard is it's a pared down list of cards that you can use. So older expansion packs, older cards, you could not play them in that mode. And then the wild is you can play any card in that mode. So new players, they're not going to dabble in wild. You just can't compete in wild. But standard, it's like, I only have to play through 2 expansion wings and then just a couple of card expansions. That's doable. I could do that. Even if you thought you had to spend, it's less daunting to know that you only have to spend so much, and that so much can be under $100. And look, that's a lot of money for some people, for sure. Obviously for like in high school or something, what the hell are you going to get $100? You have better things to spend that on, right? But still, it's still a lower pool of cards to choose, and players who have been playing this game a long time, they are limited to the amount of cards they can use, which is great. You get to be at the starting line with everyone else, closer to the starting line with everyone else if you're a new player. I kind of wish Castle Clash could do something like that, where essentially you remove, let's say for giggles, they still give us like Paladin, Ninja, all these original Shard heroes, right? We consider them to be the core of Hearthstone, the core of Castle Clash, right? So these are still rollable, right? You can still get them. But what if they started, and really Pumpkin Duke too, right? But what if they started making heroes like Cupid? What if they took them out so you couldn't play them in certain game modes? Like PvP game modes, right? You can't bring Cupid to like Lost Battlefield, Lost Realm, The Altar, Lost Realm, Arena, Torch Battle, Guild Wars. You couldn't bring these heroes. But if you can't do that, what they also do is they take them out of the rolling pool. Instead, they make them shardable, right? The whole argument so far has been like, oh, we paid for them, and the heroes they're still used, but we paid for them, so why do you get to shard them when we paid for them? I get that. I definitely get that. I think I had the same mentality for a while. But if you can only use Cupid, let's say for raiding, right? I don't mind what heroes you raid me with. Just I don't want to see you using a hero in PvP, right? So like Guild Wars, like what if they said Pixie is no longer allowed for PvP modes, and Sanaboo, or Orcsbane, which no one uses that, or let's say Vlad. Hell, Ares. Let's take Ares out of it, right? You take Ares out of it and you just make him shardable because you can only use him for raiding. These heroes, they come out of the rolling pool. So when you go rolling, you get to experience better rolling. So I mean, if they can whittle the list down by let's say 15 heroes, now you have a better chance of rolling heroes like Skull Knight, or Dreaddrake, or Golem, or Valentina, or Beast Tamer, or Grimfiend, or Medusa. All these cards, all these heroes, which most of them have some relevance. Obviously, you're still going to be able to roll heroes like Candy Cane. Not many people use them. You need a Revite, and she needs to be, this is high-end gaming. This is near-end gaming. No one else needs Candy Cane. But that's still in the rolling pool. So, if you reduce certain heroes, if you reduce a certain amount of heroes to be able to be rolled, it gives the newer players a better experience when it comes to starting a new account, rolling new heroes, because they won't have to keep rolling Sirens or Death Knights, or Snowzillas. It's like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. In fact, I would even say any shardable hero, you just take them out. And now we're just left with these heroes, right? Like Trentar and Harpy Queen. I think it would provide a better experience for newer players to retain the new players. I think there's a lot of people who want to play this game because they were told it's a really fun game. But it's pretty daunting to start down there and then keep rolling paladins all the time. Look, people who started at the beginning, we all know what that was like. My first rolled hero was a paladin. In fact, my first 3 rolled heroes were paladin. And people can relate. So yeah, there's things that I wish Castle Clash did different to make it more fun, to make it more challenging. And if you could limit the number of heroes that can be used in PvP, I think that would provide some level of challenge, some level of strategy. But because they don't, the strategy's just not there. The challenge just isn't there. Sure, I mean, you can find challenge. I mean, if you just go out and look for it. But those are usually just PvP, Yeah. So I've sort of been playing different games to satisfy this desire for thinking and strategizing and working my way towards whatever success is. And it's been fun, and you guys are helping in that. Subscribing to my channel, watching the videos that I've made, that helps. Hopefully, you guys will start commenting, and some of it I'm really hoping are criticisms of my videos. Maybe there's something I could be doing better. I really like doing this. It's been a lot of fun. And certainly I hope to share this journey with you, and I hope you guys come with me on this journey. It'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, as I said when I started this, I'm almost up to 50 subs. We can give that one account away. I hope to get to 100 a little bit quicker, so I can give that other account away. I do have a few more Android accounts to give away. That's in fact, they're a little bit more progressed than the two that I've shown. And I think they're going to make great accounts for somebody. Unfortunately, those two are already named, which is, I didn't have the foresight from way back then to leave them unnamed. And to an extent, I'm kind of glad I didn't wait, because it's allowed me to progress much further than probably I would have if I had not named it. But name or no name, good account is a good account. And if you really like playing this game, or you want to have a better experience playing this game, I have accounts that can give you that experience, hopefully. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your continued support. And please keep an eye on my channel for more videos. And I will try to post as many as I can, as often as I can. And talk to you guys later.